Hello everybody, welcome back to another 3D Hangout. You got myself Noé Ruiz here, designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week, Mr. Pedro.
What's going on? I'm Pedro, creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printing projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is this show where we combine DIY electronics and 3D printing to make inspirational projects. Happy Halloween everybody. Halloween is Monday, it's Thursday right now, but we figured this is the Halloween show. So we got a skull and a boo.
I'd grab my helmet, but then I wouldn't be able to clearly see, or...
You can see, it's just a little clunky to...
It's, my voice would be all muffled.
Yeah. All right, well guess what guys, today's coupon code is Pixel Beam, because NeoPixels and UFO tractor beams. Pixel Beam, that's the coupon code. If you use it today, you get 10% off your Adafruit order. If you're trying to order stuff for Halloween, if you order it today, you'll probably get it on Monday, so it's cutting it really, really tight. You'd have to get like next day shipping or something. But,
even then, you'll probably get it either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah. So we do have some deals though, as every week we do with UPS. If somebody orders $200 or more, you get free shipping. That's only here in the States. Apologize to those outside of the States, but that's the type of deals we can make with our buddies at UPS. Welcome everybody in the chat room. We're dual streaming here both at on YouTube and Twitch. So my connection is a little bit flaky here and there, so just bear with it. We also have same-day delivery for the fine folks in the New York City area, and we have our daily dose of Adafruit at adafruitdaily.com. That's our newsletter. We have different categories and things that you can choose from. So
I like how it launches like as soon as we talk about it. Like right now it just launched, and it looks like this week's Make Your Business news is about the end of an era. BlackBerry.
BlackBerry. Oh, that sounds interesting. I really like the insider business, maker business stuff. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So subscribe, check those out. We got a lot of interesting categories y'all should check out.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, let's start the show. This week's project is a drone. It's like a super simple project for the Phantom 4, but you could remix the design for any number of quadcopter multi-rotors. So this is just a 24 NeoPixel ring and a trinket. Hello, drone. So this was actually Scott's idea. Scott's on the Adafruit remote team. He works on MicroPython, and he's really into drones. He's running Chickadee Electronics, making Polystack, I think is the name of it. It's like these boards.
Yeah, so it was like, if you guys have any drone projects you want to do, and we're like,
I
don't know, can you think of something?
Ideas. So his idea was, why don't you just make a UFO tractor beam for your Phantom 4? So we're like, okay, that's a great idea. We really like how simple this project is because it's only 3 wires, and the way to power it was really clever because it was kind of slick. On the side of the Phantom 4, we didn't know if you could do this or not, but we confirmed it. You can siphon power from the micro USB port on the side of the Phantom. That port's typically used for what? Like,
this is for upgrading, right? The firmware.
All right, so we were like, hey, can you siphon power from that? And you totally can. So it turns on immediately after you turn on the drone. And the first reaction was like, well, how does it affect your flight time? It really didn't.
Oh, I still got 18 minutes of flight time with this.
Was this typical?
Yeah, it's pretty typical. And this isn't like high winds. I'm like, going in and out.
Yeah, so this is a lot of fun. Here's what it looks like in the sky. It's awesome. So we have a fog machine, but if it's foggy in your area, you can totally see the light. It really diffuses the light, so you get this awesome effect. So the NeoPixel library comes with a couple of demo sketches, and this one's just using the strand test sketch, and inside there's a number of different animations. This one is specifically the chaser rainbow. So it has like this sort of NeoPixel animation where each one, it kind of looks like it's rotating, right? And there's like a couple pixels turned off, and it cycles through the color wheel function. It's pretty nice. I like it. So it just loops through that color wheel and through that sort of chasing animation. It's great. Works really well for what the effect works really well here. So check that project video out if you haven't already, and we'll quickly look at the guide. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of challenging because filming this at night, you have to the right time and everything.
So Dave Smith is asking if you can make a version with the huge NeoPixel ring. I believe you could.
Absolutely.
Totally could. So if you go through that real quick.
Which one?
This would pretty much be the same process. You just have to update the mount on here, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Now, we were saying it's 3 simple wires that are connecting data, ground, and power through the USB pin.
Yep. Got to make sure to make.
And one thing I got to note is that we're using the newer version of the trinket. So if you have a trinket lying around for a while, it's probably the old one. So the mounts, you're just gonna have to tap on your own, which isn't a big deal.
Right. I mean, the way you know it's an old one is it has a mini USB jack. Our new ones have micro USB jack. It's even smaller. So. So yeah, the design's super simple. It's just one piece, and you don't have to glue anything together. Like you just screw in the microcontroller, and the Phantom 4 comes with a guard, right? Is it a landing gear camera guard?
It's a more of a gimbal guard. Okay. So when you're transporting it, it protects it. Cool.
So it's kind of like that, where it clips onto the little feet of the landing gear. So. If you have like a Phantom 4, a Phantom 3 or 2, it may fit. Or even a clone.
Yeah, some of the clones should fit exactly on there. If not, you jump over to the design page on that.
Sure. So here it is in Fusion 360.
Easily model file this.
If you use Inventor or AutoCAD or Rhino, I think a SAT or IGS would work. A step file would work really well. It even has a SketchUp or Object, whatever you want. This is what we like about Fusion, is that you can.
So everything is all sketch driven, so you can go in there and just type in any numbers for, say, the NeoPixel ring mount, the radius of that, set it up to the 60 NeoPixel rings, like Dave was saying in the chat room, and that should update that. If you have any tolerance differences, or if your landing gear is wider, you can adjust all of that. And then we got a hang of having everything sketch driven, because when I was designing this, it was really easy to just punch in some numbers and adjust the tolerances for the length of the landing gear there, as well as the tolerances that hold the NeoPixels in place. I don't think we mentioned that. They just easily snap in there. So it's a very nice way to hold everything in there without having any glue or adhesives or any screws that'll just
I don't know how
hold
you
that
screw it in place, because there's no mounting holes for the ring, so you really have to have the friction fit type mount for the ring. And what's cool about this the circuit is that you can reuse this for like a cosplay prop. Maybe you want to do that, or you want to make your own camera ring,
which we've done before.
Yeah. And I really like having the power be external, because then you don't have to worry about recharging or LiPo battery. You can have a battery bank of sorts.
And speaking of the USB cable, we're using the micro on-to-go adapter to create the small little cable. But you can, of course, build your own. We have the parts necessary to do that. So it's just this little guy right here. And it's going into a female version of that. I'll just grab that. But again, if you want to, say, like route all this, have like even smaller cables, having it go all the way around. So you can actually just do this with zip ties or little twisty ties if you still wanted to use these guys. Because it's super simple to put together, disassemble. If you wanted to use this for filmmaking purposes, this would provide a nice set of light ambiance. And they do have fog or haze in a can. What's the name of it? It's like atmosphere something.
Atmosphere in a can, something like that.
Yeah, we have some of that
stuff. It's
stuff.
a little sticky. Not sticky,
yeah, but if
filming.
for using outside, like, if you wanted to use it, like we're going to a wedding in December, and definitely want to use that, like have like the little rays going on, like the bride and groom.
You're gonna do that?
Yeah, because it's so simple to do. You just spray it, take this little guy with you, have the lighting effect coming down. So it's a nice way to get some really cool lighting effects you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And it's so simple because it just fits all in your bag. There's no crazy lighting rig that you have to bring with you.
Just a spray
can and a drone. So a very cool little other options you can do other than scaring the children for Halloween.
Nice.
which is what we're totally gonna do here.
Are you doing that?
Oh yeah, totally gonna do that.
Okay.
And of course,
Obstacle avoidance works at night, right?
oh yeah. And of course, if you guys are interested in the little motor protecting mounts, just little Ninja Flex, little caps that we use for transporting, so you don't mess up the little clips.
They like to snag into meshes and stuff.
And for the props. So all of those are available on our Thingiverse page, and of course on learn.adafruit.com if you want to get all of the design files, Fusion 360 files, so you can update this cooler project.
Cool. All right, moving on. What are we still prototyping? Pedro, you got a new project going on.
Yeah,
This is a GoPro related project. GoPro Session is this tiny little, you've probably heard about it, GoPro Session?
So a nice little viral video that's been going around. I think it started like a week or two ago
Is it
about
viral?
getting
Oh.
like
It's called Hot
a
Wheels Stunt.
point of view of what a Hot
Tracks.
Wheels looks like going through a track, and of course Phil was like, "Oh my God, we got to do
Yeah,
this."
check this out. And we're like, okay, cool, maybe we can 3D print one, a mount. So Pedro made a very Richard Scarry inspired mounting. So this is a GoPro Session mount, printed in Ninja Flex, and it's got the same dimensions to fit on a standard track for Hot Wheels.
Yes.
So the idea is to is to make a stunt POV GoPro Session mount for getting stunt for getting
Some really cool shots of what the stunts look like from
from a car's point of view, a Hot
yeah.
Wheels car.
So we're gonna get the track so we can like follow along with the cars, have it go down like some. Maybe it'll do some loop-de-loops, maybe not. Originally, what we were thinking was like, oh, do we dismantle a Hot Wheels car so we can get at the chassis to strap that on? Because I think that's how that was actually achieved with the video that's going around.
Yeah,
it looks like he just like taped together.
Which works. I mean, it worked.
It works, but of course, hey, we're a 3D printing show here. We gotta completely make it from scratch. This was all done like within a couple hours. Really easy. Everything is all sketch driven, so you can adjust this because this is all made for Ninja Flex. Really wanted something that was durable, and when it's it's only a matter of time before it like falls off and hits the ground. So wanted to make sure that it was all protected. So it acts as a nice little bumper around.
It's waterproof, so I like that you add that extra layer of protection.
Yeah. So everything is all like the axles is just 175 millimeter filament. It's acting as that, and the wheels, of course, is just PLA, and they spin quite nicely.
That's funny. Caleb Kraft saying, "Hey Caleb," he's saying it needs a little antenna.
Look like Kenny.
It really looks like that. It reminds me. It reminds me of the Richard Scarry Apple car.
The little Apple car. Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
So we're waiting on the track set because
yeah, we don't want to 3D print those. It'll take forever.
yeah, it's funny.
They're like $11 on Amazon for like a pack of 20.
Yeah, it's
so.
funny. We don't have any tracks with Gavin around here. He mostly likes trains, so
Right.
it has like the little grooves in there and doesn't spin as freely in there.
Right.
So we'll check these out over the weekend and hopefully film some cool shots with that. And beyond this, you can, obviously adjust all of the settings for that. Like if you wanted to have like a 30-degree slope, if for whatever reason the stunts you wanted to do, you had to look up or whatever.
Oh, to angle the camera? Okay.
Yeah. So that's some edits you could do there. And this all printed with no support material. So we just have chamfers on here, prints. Upways from here up.
It's impressive print for Ninja Flex because the overhang on the cutouts
on
there
the
is
little
pretty nice.
display, yeah.
A little bit of droopy, but it's like, what? How did you print
It's
that?
really good, yeah.
Good stuff.
And, oh man, it looks so cool when you do the preview view, like from your phone.
yeah,
on
when
that.
you're monitoring it,
Oh
yeah,
man, it
it's-
looks so awesome.
It's pretty neat.
Can't wait to get some shots of this. And what else? Oh yeah, beyond that, if you just wanted to have like a skin for your GoPro Session, nice little way to do that. Add another extra layer of little bounciness, protection.
A tip from Kirby that they're cheap at Walmart too, the tracks and Toys R Us.
Oh really? How much are they there? I
Actually,
think we
like,
spent like
I don't know.
$11 on
Yeah.
like the whole build
A
track.
pack of 20 or so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So definitely be checking out the ramps and curves.
I don't know about the loops. I know ramps will work, but loops seems
I
like
don't
it'd
know.
be a little.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Is it 50 grams or 100 grams?
For
the
the
weight?
session, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy when it comes to like something small.
So because this is like a month away for we do these like
Month away, what? Oh, the project
we have
release?
like a bunch of queues already set in, and this
Yeah, I
is
know.
scheduled for like 3 weeks or a
Yeah.
month away. So we have some
If we
time.
add anything now, it's like great. I'll do it in 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Any project comes up like
Yes,
that we're
yes.
talking about right now.
Yeah.
But we are getting these super tiny little cameras in the shop, which we're also going to try to maybe see if those will do the loop-de-loops. If this
That's
is too
right.
hair.
I forgot about that.
Too
Spy
heavy.
cameras.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a. I think
Kirby, yep. Only one way to find out, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, you can customize your GoPro session at the very least. If you just want to use this as a skin, you want to tell them apart because they're all black and,
Oh, add some differentiation.
add some differentiation, add your logo
Sorry.
or whatever in there. So anybody want these, we'll release these before the project is finished.
Okay. Any tips on printing NinjaFlex? Like, what you print this
So
on a
I-
Type A
Yeah, so
machine, and
240C printed at 40 millimeters a second, so slower. This
I would
is,
have
I
figured
believe,
faster, but okay.
No, this is regular NinjaFlex, so it's the more
Yeah.
rubbery kind. It's not Cheetah, it's not
Mhm.
Semi-Flex, so you gotta go slower for those.
Well, hey, with the unicorn horn that I did, it ended up being that if you printed faster, it came out nicer. So I figured,
Well, that's
hey,
on
maybe that's what
on
they
a
did.
Flash Forge or Replicator too.
Yeah. NinjaFlex prints great with no heated bed as well on blue tape. So this was blue tape as well.
That was blue tape, yeah. No
Good
heat
stuff. Yeah.
or no heated bed.
Yeah. This will work on a printer bot as well. I think a printer bot. What's the little one from Play?
I think Semi-Flex should work pretty good on that.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Other stuff, been prototyping. We got that new 360 camera, and check out a bunch of the photos on my Instagram account.
Yeah, this is cool. So
The only thing that
what camera is this?
So this is the Insta360 Nano.
Cool. And most cameras have like a tripod mount.
Yeah, this one does not come with
does
one.
not.
It has a nice little
Yeah, so you can't
filleted
stand it up.
edge.
You have to
there's
kind of
only
hold
stand
it.
up.
So
So of course, 3D Printing to the rescue came up with this little holder that has the little tripod. It's 3/8 to 1/4
yeah,
on
we
there.
use these
You
so
can-
much, so we had to get these in the shop. So we have these little 3/8 to 1/4,
Mhm.
20.
Little adapters in there that just screw right inside of there, and then you can just attach a little selfie stick or tripod on there. Yeah, this works great. I really like the quality that's coming out of there.
It stands up now.
Stands up now. You're able to do your little timer, walk away from that, or the best way to actually shoot these is to have the little selfie stick on there and have it above you,
Right.
and those come out really good.
We made two different versions.
Two different versions because you are able to do streaming right from here, and you're able to get 3K out of the video. One of the gripes that we were having with the Theta S camera is that it was only shooting at 1920, and the pictures.
low res. When it
Yeah,
comes to
it's
360, that's low
that
res.
is low res for 360. So I came up with this different one as well, so you can have your power plugged into there, and then to make room for the 1/4 I moved that to the side, so you can still plug in like one of your mini ball heads inside here. And it
Right
just-
angle.
It's just right angled. You can move this around anywhere like that. And of course, I'm gonna come up with some sort of mount so we can add it onto our little Tech
The
gimbal. Yeah, so we can walk around with this as well. This is, the video out of here comes out so good, but you got to watch out when you're walking around
Yeah.
with it. You won't get that jello in there.
No, just regular PLA.
What's that?
Regular PLA.
Yeah, this one is just regular PLA.
Did you need supports for that overhang?
No.
It looks.
Again, no
Oh, because it's
supports on
flat.
that.
It's flat.
Yep,
it's
it's
printed
completely
there.
flat on there
Cool.
on the bottom.
And then it catches itself on the circle end of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I will release these as well. I think the project-wise, to make this into a full project instead of just a little mount, want to make an entire like rig for this.
360 rig.
Yeah, so I got a little lightning cable extender, because that's the way this works. The way that you grab all your footage off of here is either plugging it into your phone or grabbing it off the SD card, which isn't optimal when you're on the go. You don't want to carry all these adapters and card
Yeah.
readers and all that. So this little guy right here, I'll get a longer one of this since I've tested that this does work. We'll have a longer cable to plug into your phone, so it'll go from the selfie stick down to like a little holder for your phone, so you can have preview it as you're recording. So it'll be a nice little 360 rig, the way that turns out.
Cool.
So it's another thing I've been working on.
All right. We're going to cut it there for the prototype, so I'll have to save that for next week.
Okay.
Because we're at 30 minutes. All right. Is there anything else? You guys have any questions? Let me skim the chat room real quick.
Shout outs
A lot
to
of camera
Turkey.
stuff. Lots of camera stuff this week. I did not expect
Oh
that.
crap! Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize
It's
that.
all camera stuff.
Very cool.
The drone is a flying tripod.
Yeah. Yes, David Smith is saying
Yeah.
that a zero camera might be smaller, lighter.
That's a good idea.
Smaller battery. Yes, that's exactly why we're going to test that. Should be fun. I think we have like 5 different ideas for the little tiny camera. If you guys have ever seen the Hubsan drone, the little camera module that they have on there, it's pretty much the same thing. So we'll be able to fit that. Maybe make like some Google Glass cameras, or like what is it? The spectacles that
it's a
Snapchat
spy camera,
has.
so
Yeah, it's supposed to be
it's
for
like
spy
in a
camera.
spy pen and stuff. Those are the same type of modules that you find in them. All right, cool. All right, you want to jump into shop talk then? Cool.
This
We
week's
got
shop
some
talk.
new tools in the shop, specifically a new 3D printer, right? So this is the Delta Go. So when we were at Maker Faire a couple weeks ago, we met up with Shai, who's the founder of Delta Printer, and we've been chatting back and forth here on Instagram. He's doing some nice stuff on Instagram, by the way. And so I got a sort of a review unit, so I've been testing this out. They're based out of Staten Island in New York, and this is their flagship product. It's a $500 Delta 3D printer. It's got a build volume of 112 on the X and Y and 127 millimeters on the Z.
I think it's 115.
No, 115 and then 127 on
Yeah.
the. So they have an interesting hot end. It's a very, very tiny all metal hot end. It's very, very tiny. Actually, Tom S, I'll call him Tom S on YouTube, did a great review on this. It heats up incredibly quick, like 30 seconds, and the thing's already at 220C. So it's pretty nice. So another interesting thing is that they have these aluminum rods for the arms, and they actually have these little magnet sockets. So you actually snap them into the little balls, the little magnetic balls that are mounted on the top of the extruder. So it's very nice for transporting. And the way you calibrate it, or rather the way you level it, is they have an auto calibration G-code script that you just run, and it has a capacitive touch sensor, so it completes the circuit when the nozzle touches the aluminum bed. So the aluminum bed is not heated, so you do have to use something like blue painter's tape. But for most prints, like PLA, for most materials rather, it works pretty well. It has an LED up there, the LED ring, so they use that to give you notifications. So when it's heating up, it'll turn red, animates and pulses when it's done heating up, and then it'll turn green when the print's done. So it's pretty cool. I instantly got it up and running with Octoprint, which worked right out of the box really well. It's my favorite way to interface with it, since it doesn't have an onboard interface. It does have an onboard SD card, but you still have to, control it somehow. So I am testing it out. I got Cura obviously working on it, but I'm working on making a Simplify 3D profile, because that's our slicer of choice. And really good at time lapses. So this is a Frankenstein's monster head that's on Thingiverse. It's kind of like a candy dish sort of, and it's a fairly large print, so I figured I'd try it out. Worked really well. Retraction setting here was set to just 1 millimeter, which is like, why is it so low? But it seemed to work out pretty well. Yeah, the feeder's all metal as well. The feeder in the back. I don't think I showed it, but still reviewing it, and we'll see what we come up with. So that's good stuff. Here's another time lapse we did.
Yeah, speaking of controlling it, we did try out Octoprint on this.
Yeah.
And it works perfectly. I'm happy with that.
Works really well. It's just a little helix coil thing I made a couple years ago.
Caleb was saying that he loves the magnetic sockets.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
No particular reason
really
other
cool,
than
man.
magnets are cool.
It's good for transporting too, because you can You can kind of break it down.
Yeah.
And,
For all the
easily.
footage, it looks like it's giant just because of the perspective. It is actually really
It's
small.
very small. Yeah, $500. So it's pretty neat.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
so
it's
we
a good
will
price
be
point for a
evaluating
small-
these coming days.
Yep.
We've
And
got
shout out to
some-
Shy for being so awesome. Doing great stuff on Instagram. Like,
There's some
they're-
secret little updates coming out for it, which we'll be testing. Have
Sure,
to
yeah,
share when
that's
those are
right.
available.
You betcha. Okie dokie. What else do we have for Shop Talk? I think that's it.
Checking out the notes here.
Oh, anything else?
Really cool project
Oh, yeah.
from Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Do you want to do that? That's the last one. I want to just share with you guys. So, Pinshape, the awesome folks at Pinshape have a new contest. Check it out if you are interested in winning an Ultimaker 3, and you like designing stuff and you have time to design stuff. Why not make a cosplay prop? So this contest is called the Cosplay Design Contest. It's running until November 24th, so you have 28 days. Basically, the rules are you design a prop with 3D printing in mind, upload it to Pinshape, and enter it into the contest. Judges are Garrett from Chaos Core Tech. He does some great stuff on YouTube. The community manager at Ultimaker, and this fellow over here, Brian, who works at UCLED 3D. I don't know, not sure how to say that. So the prizes are: first place gets an Ultimaker 3, 2 rolls of filament, and they're even throwing in Sean from Tested.com, his lightsaber. So they're throwing in the SLA print. So that's kind of neat. Second place gets an Ultimaker 2 Go, which is a great deal. 2 rolls of filament. And third place gets a $150 gift card to this store here, EUCL3D. I don't know how to say that. Help me out, guys. So yeah, Ultimaker is sponsoring it, and I think it's pretty cool. We're not sponsoring it, but hey, we did sponsor last month's thing, and hey, those are props. Those are nice props. I wonder who made those. So the Design for Electronics contest ended last week, and check it out. Check out their blog post. We also have a blog post on Adafruit blog for the winners. So shout out to the honorable mentions here. This gentleman here, Dave, made a talking breathalyzer. So that was really cool. Rick and Morty's the portal gun from Rick and Morty. It's Rick's portal gun. This awesome Humbot, he calls it. And then the winners. So third place, the user by Hyperplane Interactive won third place, and he designed and 3D printed this desktop satellite antenna, which actually tracks celestial objects using GPS coordinates, which is pretty cool. It's using I think a feather, an OLED feather, and some other Adafruit parts. Second place was the Odo robot from Camilo, which is pretty neat. It's a dancing robot with ultrasonic sensors on it for the eyes, which is kind of neat. He won second place. In first place goes to Ronald, who made a quadruped robot, which is kind of neat. He looks like a cute little. Maybe he won for cuteness.
It's
I don't know.
a puppy bot.
A puppy bot, yeah. So he's gonna get the Robo C2 3D printer that was on Kickstarter not too long ago. $200 in Adafruit as a gift card, and 2 spools of filament. So they're doing contests all the time. So check out Pinshape. Go to their website and check out their contests. They got a few going on right now. There's this eSun to win some filament. Cool. Yeah, they're doing great stuff. So check them out.
Did we upload the Halo sword on there on Pinshape? Did we do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean it's promoted there as the banner. I sure hope it's there. They had one of those Pinshape when you sign up. They have one of those things like, "Hey, are you a Thingiverse user?" And they
that's
copy
right.
some files, which is pretty clever. It's smart.
Before they
It saved me a lot of work of having
Yeah.
to do all that. So,
Very cool.
by the way, this week's project is on Pinshape and Umagine. So we're trying to do our, what do you call it?
Spread the STL.
Yeah, so we try to have these 3. I know there's more than 3, but we only have so much time in the day to upload our stuff. And, there's GitHub and there's a bunch of other places. So, good stuff. All right, last thing I want to talk about was Netflix. So last year, Netflix came up with a project. They started this thing called makeit.netflix.com. And that's where they have the project. So last year they did this project where they had some socks, the Netflix socks. And this year they have the Switch, which is pretty cool. So this is a Halloween doorbell. And they use some Adafruit parts. They're using a Pro Trinket, a speaker, a big arcade button, and a TFT display. and some other things like an MP3 player. So the thing here is that you press the doorbell, it gives you a message, and it makes it so you don't have to, so you can be antisocial on Halloween. That seemed to have been the comment that everybody was like, hey, you know, this is whatever. You can make it whatever you want. It's really it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, it's like step one, CNC your enclosure. It's like, okay, laser cut your plate. now upload some firmware to Pro Trinket, and you know, put it all in the box. It's pretty neat. Nice on Netflix. I don't know if they have an internal team or if they outsource it.
So for the socks, yeah, they had a
what do they do for the socks?
what's it called, agency that put everything together. So
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that's what they did for this one as well.
Yeah, and it's like definitely not for the faint of heart. Again, it's like step one, like, you know, get a knitting printer to knit your design. They have all these knit designs, download them. But they, you know, it's an open source project. They give out all the code, the firmware, the
Oh
instructions.
my God, rip off the JST connector from your battery. Oh jeez. I like how they're all like just chilling there.
That's like oh my God, that's so dangerous. And they took off the Kaplan tape here too.
Oh crap.
There is a circuit protection, but it's still kind of dangerous.
It only goes so far.
Yeah.
Let's set up your IR. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
pretty. It's like when we, you know, come out and tell people, oh yeah, you just 3D print the parts.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have a printer.
Pretty cool though. So good job, Netflix. I think it's pretty neat. Will anybody build this? Maybe. I don't know.
Kirby in the chat is saying that he still has the parts to build
socks?
the sock project from last year.
Oh yeah, it's hard to get on there. But
Yeah.
I mean, their documentation is okay. They have a kit. I haven't looked at it, but I took a peek at their code, and it's all there. It's all commented. It's pretty nice.
It's very nicely commented. Somebody
did their homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
Where
nice
is it?
code. If you guys
Oh, they 3D print. Oh, you could also, of course, you could 3D print
Yeah.
it. Cool. So they give out all the stuff.
Oh, Kirby's saying that their guides are pretty bare. The parts were wrong for the remote.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like an IKEA guide, right? It's just photos.
Oh,
that
right. There's no
shows how-
words. It's like, yeah,
put it
just
together.
wire goes here. That's funny. Anyway, I thought it.
Still a cool project.
I think it's cool on Netflix to do this.
Even though that, you know, from our point of view, looking at the video, it's like, oh, okay, nice motion graphics. Does this actually really work?
I mean, as far as I know, it works. Maybe.
It works in After
I know, like
Effects.
that looks Photoshop, doesn't it? Like that looks too good to be.
Yeah, but pretty cool nonetheless.
Candy corn, like I can see them meticulously spreading out the candy corn, or in this shot here, like they made sure to get the.
I like the style of the
wood
video.
chips
It was nice, you know,
Yeah,
low
check out the
light.
video.
It was
They have a
pretty-
nice, you know, promo. I
Very
don't know
good
how they're
job,
promoting
buddy.
it though.
Yeah.
I found this out from what was it?
Atmel, I
Atmel
think,
tweeted it out. I was
tweeted
like, what? Oh, that's
Which,
cool.
you know, is totally not what, you know, a Joe Schmo is going to be looking at. Like, oh my God, Atmel just tweeted this cool project.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe TechCrunch or somebody more popular, more generic will tweet it. Anyway, good stuff. Check it out if you haven't already. Netflix and Adafruit exclusive partnership. Not really. Cool.
Quick
That's it for
shout
Software.
outs to Simone, who's in the chat. So he's going to enter
Simon.
in the
Hey, Simon.
who's going to enter in the project for the
Yeah, man.
Pinshape last
Yeah,
day.
get yourself an Ultimaker. Cool.
And AJ from India is in the house as well.
Hello. Welcome to the
Hello.
show. Thank you for joining.
Tom Barnes is saying magnetic protection for the Delta Go. No.
Magnetic protection. I don't understand.
Magnetic protection for the Delta Go, the little arms that are being held in with the magnet sockets for the
Yeah,
arms.
if it gets snagged, it pops
it turns off. Yeah, it
It'll-
can't pop
yeah.
off. It's mostly for transportation.
Right, and easy
portability.
setup, Yeah.
Yeah.
QA guys.
Q&A time. If you guys have any questions, we've been using the Ultimaker 3 for all the projects, but we didn't get any footage or do any follow-ups on. So if you guys have any
nothing new.
Ultimaker 3 questions or
Yeah, there's still things to test. We still haven't really tested PVA because we're kind of
Yeah.
we're kind of designed for no support material, even though we can use supports. We don't want to use supports.
Yeah, a lot of the designs that we do don't really need that.
We're-
One
we're
thing
just
that though
brought up with like design for no supports.
Yeah, do we have any loose ones?
are you
One
looking
thing that we are going to be looking at is
So I guess we could talk about it now, since I don't think we talked about it last week.
NFC.
The NFC chips that they have inside of the filament. You go under the overhead, just pop this off.
Yeah, they're just little paper tags. Well, it's a paper.
It's like a cardboard.
Right, and then inside there is the NFC tag. What are you gonna do? You're gonna rip it
I don't think you
open?
could see it through the light here, but you can definitely see the little
Let me help you
the
out
tag is. I mean, does it? No, it just blows it out. Oh, you can kind of see the wires in here. So we're just gonna use our readers to see if we can update any of the
Yeah, can
the
we make
tag
our own? Can we
information.
clone
Yeah.
it? Can we read it? What do we got in there?
Read it? Can we write to it?
It's not really open to the public in terms of like, hey, here's how to do it. Here's exactly our protocol.
Yeah. Stuart Riggs is saying pros, cons. Are we talking about the Ultimaker 3 here?
Pros and cons on.
So pros is I like the Wi-Fi, being able to connect through Kira to
Yeah,
it.
I only have one
Very cool.
complaint. So there's a bit of the safety net type features. So when you're changing out filament, when you're doing when you're just trying to set up a print, it's a little bit slower because there's these steps in place where the Ultimaker has to home, it has to do this, it has to go over here, it has to think about what it's
The
so it
cooling
kinda
part,
adds,
the cooling part, adds
Yeah.
a lot of time where it's like
right.
it has to
This
cool.
is something that can easily be updated with a firmware update. But it
override
just feels a
somewhere.
little bit slower to kick off a print.
It makes you click part removed when,
Right.
like when you cancel a print.
Again, it's a safety net type feature to make sure that nothing wrong is going on.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you'd like to
When
just
we're on the run, or
you like to manually insert your own filament. It's just a personal gripe. Other people that have never done 3D printing, I'm sure that would help them out a lot because they're not sure what the process is, what the song and dance
Yeah.
is for loading and unloading filament.
One of the things that's gotten me is on the 2 pluses and 2s, you're able to move the bed like manually, like grab the bed, move it up and down. On these, you can't.
Really?
The motor
Just
for
disable
whatever.
the stepper.
Where is that in?
Oh, there
Kira?
isn't a button. Oh.
Yeah, there's no.
Is
so
there a
sometimes-
terminal? There's not really a G-code terminal as well, right?
Yeah,
in
I'm
Kira?
sure if you hooked up Octoprint that might work.
Yeah.
Like, just turn off the motors, but.
Right. And I
can
didn't
do
seem
that.
to find like a home feature.
There is
I
there is a
didn't
way to
see-
home it. Yeah.
Okay, well I didn't see it. All right, another one. What's the best flexible filament for boating?
That's
Cheetah.
going to be Cheetah.
Cheetah Semiflex. There's also one from the fine folks at Color Fab. What is it, Engine Flex
Oh,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
Haven't
yeah.
haven't
We have
tested
not
that yet,
tested
so
it yet.
I can't vouch for it, but it might work.
Yeah, Mary sent an email if we wanted to test it
Ooh,
or not, but it's
this
like, I don't know. We already got enough stuff that we're working on.
How does it compare to the BCN 3D? Yeah.
So BCN 3D at this time, you are able to do printing with multiple nozzle sizes.
Yeah.
Can't do that. They're still working on the cores for the Ultimaker 3 for that one, so you will be able to do that soon. But right now, we can kick off a print right now with different nozzle sizes. One being like flexible, which the BCN can handle regular Ninja Flex, like the most flexible one.
Yeah.
Even the Filaflex, which has a
Super flexy. It's like 75 shore hardness.
yeah. So it can print
Or
all
70
of those.
something 70.
Yeah, it's softer than the regular
Yeah.
Ninja Flex.
That's
so
really
it can
rubbery.
print the most flexible filaments with no problem.
Right.
It can do 175, even like crappy spooled 175 filament.
Yeah.
The way that the grooves for the gear teeth are on the BCN Sigma, it just there's no way for the filament to go. On the Ultimaker, it can pop off of the track.
Okay. And good point, Stuart. It is a lot.
I think it's like more
It's
than
half
half
the
the price. And
The bed volume is about the same, I think. The build volume.
So we just got an
sorry.
email right before we started the show.
Both glass.
Our stock for BCN 3Ds is coming in pretty soon. I think we got like.
But we're gonna have both.
Yeah, we're gonna have both. But again, one is like more geared towards like the professional, and the BCN is still true to the DIY culture. You can go in there, you can hack it up. You have
And they
access
have
to
a
the
touchscreen.
Arduino.
They have a nice big color touchscreen. That is really nice.
touchscreen, yeah.
So the interface in it, it's a little bit quicker. Like to load, I found it a little bit quicker in terms of just like navigating through the menus and stuff.
The dial is pretty cool, but again, like I started a print. To anybody who has an Ultimaker, when you're like scrolling through
the
the
encoder is a
file,
little
you'll click and you'll like go down and click and start printing the wrong file.
Oops. Yeah.
So it's a little bit of annoyance.
This
on
one,
that
it's again the touchscreen and full color graphics is really nice.
Yeah,
on
the
on
UX that they
BCN.
recently updated for the firmware
3D
looks really
Sigma.
nice on there. The build sizes are pretty close.
Yeah, the con is it's loud. It's very loud.
It is the loudest 3D printer. But for that, at first I was like, why do they have all these giant, these giant motors on there? But if you ever have like a part that starts to curl up and, the print,
it won't
the
strike.
head, for some printers, that can totally mess up the alignment. For this, it is just going to go right through and be like, out of
Melt it
my
back in
way.
place. That's funny. Out of my way. Out me way.
It's not gonna mess up because of a strike.
Yeah.
So those big beefy motors, it's a plus for
Cool.
that.
All right. That's what we got.
Other stuff for the Ultimaker 3, I think the prints do come out just a little bit more cleaner, just because it can retract. But it's not to say that you can't get a super clean dual print off the Sigma.
Right.
We've gotten some really nice clean prints off of that.
Cool.
Louder than the Lulzbot Mini.
Probably, maybe like 1 or 2 decibels.
I want to say it might be
It's so
on
loud.
par. It might be on par.
think so?
Yeah, we gave away all of our Lulzbots.
Yeah, we
I
donated
don't
them.
remember. Yeah, but I remember them being pretty loud.
They're nice homes now.
There's no like wiggle room like there was on the Lulzbot, the bigger Lulzbot,
Yeah.
the Taz. So it is solid, and like it's all linear rails, like all metal. There's not one 3D printed part on that thing, which I really like.
What's our opinion on the Ultimaker 2 Go?
Ultimaker 2 Go, we've been asked if we wanted to test it again. It's like we have to say no to a lot of things because there's just not enough time in the day. Projects, they just
It's an
don't.
Ultimaker 2 Plus, but like smaller.
Yeah, it's just
I
smaller, no
imagine
heated
it's-
bed.
Really? No heated bed?
Yeah, there's no heated bed
You
on
sure?
the 2 Go. Yeah, the smaller one, the little baby one.
What?
Yeah, there's no heated bed on there.
How do you get anything to stick to it? If it's a black
Just
bed, blue tape?
Blue tape, yeah.
Eee.
It's fine.
I don't know.
It's
My,
fine.
my thing is like, if you got a glass heated bed, why not use it?
Yeah.
For the longest time, we didn't use a heated bed on the Ultimaker 2. And then like,
Yeah, affordable printers that are
Then we
10 by
switched.
10 or 12 by 12.
what is the duplicator? i3s is 10 by 10, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, they're a
Everybody
little,
likes
they're a little
those.
dodgy sometimes.
I
Be
mean,
careful with the cheap
yeah,
ones.
affordable means they need a lot of love and care, but it doesn't mean that you can't get prints out of it.
Yeah.
You just know you'll learn a lot more of how printers work that way and how
That's right.
software works and
G-code, yeah.
G-code. I'm really the 12 by 12 ones that we have. The Type A is not affordable at all.
No,
It's
man,
$4,000, which is the better dual extruder for 3D print so far. You can get good results out of both of them.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot of time on getting the profiles optimized on the Sigma, and the Ultimaker did take quite a while because the
Ultimaker
standard
is-
profile like settings that they had.
Remember,
for-
the Ultimaker really wanted to figure out PVA, and they had to design a specific core just for PVA. So, if you're looking for a crazy design with PVA supports that's water soluble, then the Ultimaker 3 is probably better,
yeah.
just because of the printed core. Type A machines. That's what we're referring to. The Type A machines is from the company
that
Type A
printer right
Machines, and
There,
this
you can
printer,
point to
the
it.
white one, yeah, is the specific model is called the Series 1 Pro,
Yeah.
and that's their only printer, right?
Yeah. They have a heated version and a non-heated version.
Okay.
But they're both expensive.
Is it easy to print without a heated bed?
It's pretty easy. Just
Yeah,
put down
it-
some.
Put down some blue tape.
Blue
Yes. We have these giant rolls in the shop if you want to get like
Oh, yeah,
instead of
those
like
are-
building a strip by strip to make this nice to cover all the coverage on your bed. That's why we got these jumbo
And
pieces of
you
blue
also
tape.
sell the flexible build plates too.
That's right. The
Any
printed
left-
Z plates are
Those are
awesome
really good
as
too.
well. Species of printer. Yes, the Type A.
Oh.
It's a type.
Yeah, no, it was.
Their
it's-
naming is a little, yeah.
Yeah. So Anthony is saying, well, not a $2,000 or $3,000 for 10 grand. Oh, I think they're out of business now. Rigibot. They had a pretty good one. Good
Yeah.
10 by 10.
They did.
Caleb is also saying that the an 8x8, I guess. The
Oh, the
Prusa.
Prusa MK2.
Everybody loves the Prusa. Those
Yeah.
are really cool.
Yeah, they have
Look
great
really good.
customer support.
What else? That's pretty much it. Nothing in Twitch going on.
Yo, hey Twitch. My CPU is at 98. Oh my goodness. Is this just
Yeah, so the rest of the day we're gonna sit on our couch and watch this Apple announcement. Hopefully we're not disappointed. We've been holding off.
I'm ready for like no HDMI out, no headphone jack,
No ports,
no
I know.
more Thunderbolts, no more MagSafe.
What do you guys think about
You're
the
gonna love it.
Microsoft
The Microsoft, the Surface
announcement?
Studio?
Yeah, the Surface Studio. That looked pretty cool.
It makes me jealous that I am not a drawer. Like, I'm not a drawer. Like,
I don't have to draw
Oh,
anymore,
man.
so it's like,
Yeah. It's really surprising that they are all about creators now. Like, this is for creators, this is for professional, this is for creators. It's like Apple used to be that, but they were like, yeah, we're going to make the computer for everyone. We're going to make the phone for everyone.
you know.
So it's a different time, man. I remember back in the day when Macs were
Yeah.
for the designers and whatnot. So, interesting.
But that's going to be the rest of our day there, sitting on the couch watching the announcement.
Well, I got to get these prints done for next week's project, which is
If you check out our
20
Instagram,
projects.
if you go to the closing
Whoa.
big shot, you can take a look at some of the things we've been working on.
Yeah, and don't forget the coupon code if you do want to pick something up. Maybe there's a convention or something. There you go. Yeah, the VR stuff was big. Yes, I forgot.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Their new scanner, I definitely want to test that out to see if it's better than 123D catch.
Is it software scanner?
It's software, yeah.
They said it might be for Android and iOS, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the HP phone, I guess it was.
Yeah, Apple is definitely lagging behind on the.
Yeah, on the Pro market.
Yeah.
Oh, they only lead on price?
They're way ahead on price. Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh.
I think that's going to be it for this episode. Don't forget, 10% off. Discount code for this
That's right.
week is Pixel Beam if you want to pick up any printers or filaments. Or
Yeah, free shipping on that printer. That's, whoa.
Yeah. If
Whoa.
you're looking at the Sigma or the Ultimaker, those will be in stock pretty soon, and they're going to be the cheapest. That's anywhere because
Best value.
Yeah, the best value because you get the 10% off, you get free shipping. We make our money off of the circuit, so we can sort of
circuits.
like, hey, here's a
Off of-
printer.
yeah.
Check it out. So
Cool.
definitely put that on your list with the holidays coming up.
Yeah. Alrighty. We'll be here again next week, but of course, have a safe and happy Halloween, folks. It is on Monday, so we'll be here next week on the Thursdays. And I don't know, that's it. That's all I got.
Follow us on
the socials.
all the socials
over there.
Socials. I'm gonna try to do a live stream of the UFO drone.
Yeah.
During
That sounds fun.
Halloween, when it as it's happening, I want to live stream like from the drone, like the reaction to the kids of
Right.
the UFO flying around. So definitely check us out on that.
That's so dodgy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna be right. You're right. Yeah, it does stream through the cell phone. So
Yeah.
I mean, tests that we've done before, it looked really good. So
okay.
the
Facebook
stream should be
or
good.
YouTube?
It only works. You know what? We should do it through YouTube. Yeah, we'll try YouTube.
Does it have a custom RTMP?
It does have
Yeah.
a custom, yeah. So we'll try that. See
Okay.
how that is scaring the kids with the.
And I will
drone.
be fixing stuff with my hammer.
All right, guys, that's it for this show.
Cool. Thank you guys again for joining. Again, good luck with all your maker projects and stuff like that. Until next week, remember
See
to
you
keep
guys.
on a fixin'. Bye, guys.